everybody, and welcome to the Daytona International. To the Daytona International Speedway. This is Daytona 500 qualifying. This is gonna be the best. This hopefully should be the best season of the Budweiser All Pro Series. As we wait for cars to get on the track. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Okay. We got all 42 drivers finally coming out. This time it'll be all at once. I'm looking for cars that are... okay, here we go. Cars that are already on the track. Let's go ahead and get right to them, starting with the number 14 of Dexter Black. Now we already went through a lot of these drivers in the practice sessions for the Sprint Unlimited, so he's making his first laps around the Daytona International Speedway in his Daytona 500 primary race car. This qualifying counts as both single car and group and drafting practice as well for the Daytona 500. With all these cars coming up onto the track, Dylan Poteet just getting on up there. 14 car gonna kind of run into a little bit of traffic there, but the draft should actually help that number 14. And the 14's first lap is a 46:20. As he's already getting into a bit of a draft right now with Elijah Gordon, Sky Commons, and Levi McIntyre. He's going to keep an eye on these. It's a 15-minute qualifying session for these drivers. Watching Levi McIntyre right now go on. Look at the car slicing and dicing as they're coming up to the 11. 14 car now with a 44.71. But Levi McIntyre is second quickest right now in this big group right here. Here's Nathan Hudson, who's all by himself. Nathan Hudson's two teammates are actually coming up on the track right now. Hudson, who just passed his teammate James Qualls, brand new teammate, coming up on his teammate from last season in the 26th of Daniel Voiles, who has won the Sprint Unlimited this season. Now the 70 is getting gobbled up by the pack behind him. 3-car pack. Look at the run that the 6-car Hudson gets. He has to actually get on the brakes. This is about to become one big pack here, as we see up on the board. The 72 of John Cittadino actually just posted the fastest lap. The fastest lap time of the session. Johnny Gardner in the 77 Penske, driving for Penske this season, and others. And Neil Balvin by himself. A lot of these drivers sometimes they don't really go for the pole position because a lot of times drivers don't want to go for the pole because they don't really want to test their car in group packs. I mean, just look at Jimmy Johnson in real life. So there'll be a lot of times where you'll see a couple of cars in either a small pack or by themselves, like Jessica Villanueva here, who crosses the line 31st fastest. Here's another group of cars right here. We have Robbie Noser Jr., we have John Racer, and there's a mistake I did on this too. For the Sprint Unlimited and the Sprint Unlimited and the Sprint Unlimited LCQ in practices, I had Ashley LaPlante in this car when it was my mistake. It was supposed to be John Racer. I just misread a lot of the comments, and John Racer signed up for it first before Ashley LaPlante did. So that is completely my bad to John Arndt and others. I apologize for that, but it is now John Racer and will remain John Racer throughout the season. And speaking of which, our current pole sitters in this group, that is the 21 of Morgan Henderson, a fast car for that number 21. And the previous Daytona, the defending Daytona 500 winners in this pack too. That's JT Bryant in the 22 Discounted Tires Ford. Same team, same number, different sponsor for that number 22 this season. As they're coming up on Jessica Shelton, they're going to gobble her up in this pack coming to the line. See the 3-car dive to the outside. Oh, we have a new front row. I had to find him. We have a new front row leader, and that is the 19 of Levi McIntyre. So the 19 of Levi McIntyre, he was the pole sitter. He's the current pole sitter now. We'll see as the groups come back by. Looks like no change on this for this group here. About 8 minutes remaining in this practice session, or excuse me, this qualifying session. Levi, he should know he has the pole now, so he should probably just kind of back off and take it a little easy. You see the 14 of Dexter Black is leading this group now. We're watching the 19, the 20. Oh, the 24 is into the wall. Elijah Gordon just hit the wall. Well, it's not going to be good for him. He's 9th quickest right now on the board. Look at the 26 car going to dive all the way up to the outside to get a run on the 24, but 24 car kind of blocked her a little bit, or blocked him a little bit. Let's see if there's any more big packs of cars like this one. Here's a small one right here with Johnny Gardner, Jeffrey Finguy, Neil Balvin, and Austin Gipe making his debut in the Daytona 500. 7 minutes remaining in this in this qualifying session. A couple of cars on pit road. Here comes Seth Cole. Looks like he's coming back out on the racetrack. He's going to be by himself. It looks like, unless he timed it right to get with that 4-car pack right there. Definitely going to have to see. I don't think there is another. Oh yeah, here it is, right here. Here's another. Here's that big pack. Big pack I was talking about earlier, being led by John Racer and others. This could actually be a good. This could actually be a group that could grab the pole possibly for somebody. Oh, the 95's in the wall. Shelton had to take evasive maneuvers right there. Coming to the line, less than 6 minutes remaining, but it's still Levi McIntyre that's on the pole for the Daytona 500. And Morgan Henderson is sitting second on the board right now. Now, Wood Brothers Racing has a bit of a parts alliance with Penske. Alright, still the same. The only two drivers to break the 44-second mark. We got, like, as you can see, Levi with the 43.94 and the 21 with the 43.95. Now this group of cars getting broken up here as they're catching others. Just keeping an eye. Looks like the 48, the 02, and the 42 come into pit lane. Still got it. We got to definitely keep an eye on a lot of these cars, due to the fact of just in case somebody gets into an accident. Bit of a lag there. Still watching the 19. Oh! New pole sitter, Dexter Black in the 14. Dexter Black just took the pole running a 43.89. Becomes only the third car to break the 44s, to break 44 seconds. Or break 43 seconds, I guess, in a way. Break 43 seconds. Took me a while to realize that, but yeah. And look at this, the three Mercedes are kind of in this pack. The 26 car just barely hanging on at the rear. But both Mercedes are in this pack. Less than 4 minutes remaining, almost 3 minutes remaining in this qualifying session, and Dexter Black has the pole position. No real change up at the front. Let's go ahead and see where people are lining up here as we go a little further down the standings. Dylan Young not running pretty good down here in 30th. Currently 42nd on the board is Jessica Villanueva. She, I think, is just running really by herself. A lot of those cars are just running by themselves. Still Dexter Black though leading the qualifying times with less than 3 minutes remaining. Dexter now going to pull in front of the 26 car. It's going to leave the Mercedes of the number 70 Mercedes to the outside by themselves. Look at the 27 and the 2 and the 19 car all working together on the inside. Coming up on Elijah Gordon in the 24 car. Looks like they're going to split them 3 wide. Ooh, the 11's in the wall. Benjamin and Miles in the wall here. Now the 3 Mercedes are going to be nose to tail. As you see, the 48 car of Austin LaPlante going to try to come back on the track for one last run. Going to keep an eye on this pack up here, as they're a single file. If these cars actually don't break out to try to pass one another, it very well could possibly break a good lap. As you see, the 2 car are going to now go. I'm going to keep an eye on the 6 of Hudson. He's at the tail end of this pack. Oh, he's going to come to pit road. Nathan, you could have just had a great lap there. 60 seconds remaining. Coming to the line, crossing the line now. No change. No change that time for any position-wise. Dylan Young, he's still 33rd fastest right now out of 42. Dylan Young leading this pack as they're coming to the line now. Looks like a lot of these cars are going to be able to get in just one more lap. The red and black flags are out. Shelton's completed her lap. Here comes the big group of cars right here to finish their run. Their run's done and over with. Here comes the rest of them. The 12 car going to complete his run for the day. Here comes another group of cars right here to finish. And now finally the rest of these cars come by here, right here. So these are the last of the 3 cars here. And now qualifying is over. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your front row starters for the Daytona 500 are Dexter Black and Levi McIntyre. As I'm going to take a picture so I can split the field up for the Gatorade dual races. And so as it turns out, Pichu London in the 43 car qualifies dead last. Definitely like to know where that 78 ended up. 26th. She was drafting with James Silverfox. You see they ran the exact same lap. So ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Daytona 500 qualifying as we're getting ready. One race left until the Daytona 500, and that is the Gatorade dual, or the Budweiser dual races under the lights here at the Daytona International Speedway. So congratulations to Dexter Black and Levi McIntyre as they have secured the front row for the Daytona 500, the 7th annual Daytona 500. So stay tuned as more action is coming up here from the Budweiser All Pro Series at Daytona. This is Michael Norman, the official voice of the Budweiser All Pro Series on the NNSCRA Sports Channel, where offline racing is at its best. I say, until we meet again.